Hey everyone, John here from testprepinsight.com, and today I'm going to be doing a side-by-side comparison of the two most popular GRE prep courses, Kaplan and Princeton Review. It's been a couple years since we last took a look at these two courses, and since then there's been some changes with how the two programs work. So today we're going to take a fresh look at how the two compare, and I'll let you know which one I think is ultimately better. And by the way, I should just mention up front here that since I'll just be focusing on the highlights in this video, if you find you need some more detail at any point, you can always check out our full detailed written comparison of these two courses over on our website. An easy way to get there is just to Google Test Prep Insight, Kaplan vs. Princeton Review GRE. It's a quick way to find it. Okay, so to keep this video narrowly focused and helpful for you in the sense of directly comparing these two courses, rather than providing more in-depth reviews with an overview of the different study materials that each company provides, I'm instead going to focus on the key areas where I see each company winning over the other. I think this will ultimately be more helpful for you. Now, if you do want some more granular reviews of each course, I'll have those videos linked down below for you. But following this comparison structure, let's start with Kaplan. And the first one for them is video lessons. Now, I just want to say right up front here that Princeton Review's video lectures are very good in their own right, but our team gives the edge to Kaplan when it comes to these on-demand video lessons. The Kaplan videos take the form of a digital whiteboard where the instructor appears on screen and walks you through each lesson by providing strategies, explaining concepts, and working practice problems. And the instructors themselves are solid. They have a real knack for breaking down complex topics into understandable chunks. And by the way, if you want to see some examples of these video lectures side by side versus Princeton's, make sure to check out that full written comparison that I just mentioned. I'll have it linked down below in the description for you. I have a bunch of good screen grabs over there. Okay, so while we're on the topic of video lessons, win number 2 is the Kaplan GRE channel. This is one of the biggest selling points of the Kaplan course in my opinion. Essentially, their GRE channel features bonus supplemental live lessons that dive deep into specific topics, testing strategies, and question types, and they're offered on almost a nightly basis. And even if you can't make the live sessions, the recordings are turned into on-demand videos after the fact, which you can watch later. All in all, I was just super impressed with the Kaplan GRE channel. I think it's one of the most helpful resources in the entire GRE prep space, especially if you're struggling in a specific area. Okay, so my third advantage for Kaplan is a pretty important one: cost. Their GRE courses overall are just a bit more affordable than Princeton Review's. For example, the Kaplan on-demand course is $50 cheaper than Princeton Review's self-paced course, and their live online course is about $200 cheaper than Princeton's equivalent fundamentals course. So if money is tight and every dollar counts, then Kaplan gets the edge. But with that said, it's important to note that both companies are pretty aggressive with deals and special promotions, and you can almost always find a discount on their courses, so make sure to check for codes. In fact, I'll do my best to keep the description below updated with the most current coupon codes that I can find floating around out there, so make sure to check out that text below the video screen before buying. You can usually save at least a few $100s with each company, so make sure to check that out. Alright, so to round this out for Kaplan, I have 2 more small wins for them. The first is that Kaplan provides hard copy prep books with their entry-level on-demand course, whereas Princeton Review does not with their self-paced course. So if you're more of an old school type of learner that prefers learning via textbooks, taking notes in the margins and highlighting key points and dog-earing pages, then this might push Kaplan ahead of Princeton Review for you. And second, this one is pretty simple. Kaplan offers a longer content access period than Princeton Review. They have 6 months of access versus Princeton Review's 120 days. So if you plan on taking the GRE multiple times, or you need to extend your studying out over a longer period of time because maybe you're working, then do take note of this. Okay, so let's turn the tables now and discuss the areas in which Princeton Review wins. And the first category, as I touched on earlier, is GRE practice material. Not only does Princeton Review offer more practice questions than Kaplan, but they also offer more full-length practice tests, 8 versus 7. And I know what you're probably thinking. That's just one practice test. I know, but the truth is that studies have shown that there is a super strong correlation between number of practice tests taken and score improvement. So every practice test counts, especially when you have access to less than 10 in total. Now, if this were LSAT prep, for example, where every company offers 80 plus practice tests, I'd be a lot less concerned. But with so few practice tests available, these small differences can be huge. Okay, so moving on. Princeton Review also wins when it comes to live classes. And to be crystal clear, I'm not referring to quality here. The fact is that the live GRE classes from both companies are very good. Honestly, probably 2 of the best in the entire GRE prep space. They both have strong instructors, insightful lessons and strategies, and modern online digital classrooms. Instead, our team gives Princeton Review the win because of their different class options and higher volume of instruction. So with Kaplan, you really only have one choice. You get access to 7 3-hour class sessions for 21 hours of total live instruction. Now, in contrast with Princeton Review, you've got some options. Their fundamentals course includes 24 hours of live instruction, which is obviously more than Kaplan, or you can offer Princeton's GRE 162 Plus course, which includes 45 hours of live instruction. So in short, if you're the type of student who learns best via live instruction so you can interact with your peers and instructors, or you just simply need a set schedule to help hold yourself accountable, then Princeton Review is likely the way to go. All right, so win number 3 for Princeton Review are their score guarantees. And specifically, I'm referring to their 10 points plus, 162 plus, and 165 plus tutoring courses, which guarantee that you'll improve your score by at least 10 points, or score at least 162 or 165 on the GRE, or you get your money back. And I know, this is pretty crazy. For reference, Kaplan doesn't offer these types of guarantees even for their intensive on-demand plus tutoring package. So if you're eyeing an elite score and admission to a top-tier graduate program, then Princeton Review offers some nice course options to help get you there. But that being said, these guarantees don't come cheap. For example, the company's 162 Plus course is about $1,200 more than its flagship fundamentals course. Plus, there is some fine print behind the guarantees that you should check out prior to purchasing. But still, it's pretty awesome if you're looking for some insurance. Most companies in the GRE prep space, including Kaplan, only offer a higher score guarantee. And lastly, I like some of the extra resources that Princeton Review offers for its students. For example, I'm a big fan of Princeton's Vocabulary Hit Parade, which is a supplemental workbook that covers the most commonly seen terms on the exam, i.e. the hits. Understanding and having a good grasp on vocabulary is absolutely essential to performing well on the verbal section of the GRE, as many of the questions turn on less commonly used words, so this is a nice extra. But really, that's really how the prep courses from both companies compare, so let's get to my final thoughts. But before we get to that, I should just mention that since you're studying for the GRE, every single month here at Test Prep Insight, we actually give away a free prep course to one lucky person. I'll put all the details down below in the description on how to get entered, but just know it takes like 10 seconds and hey, you never know, you could win yourself a totally free course. Okay, final verdict. Honestly, it's a very difficult decision between these two, and I don't think you can go wrong either way at the end of the day. However, ultimately, I think the decision here really boils down to your budget and learning style. I'd say if you're on a budget and you're more of a visual learner, then Kaplan is the way to go given their approachable price point, engaging video lessons, and supplemental GRE channel. However, if you're more of a practice-oriented learner or you're looking for some stellar score guarantees, then Princeton Review is definitely a viable option. That's really what I recommend basing your decision off of. Though if I had to pick just one, I'd probably lean towards Kaplan. But anyway, I hope this video was helpful and you learned a little something. If so, make sure to return the favor by subscribing to our channel, liking this video, and dropping me a quick comment below. That would be really appreciated. And again, if you want to see that full, detailed written comparison that I mentioned earlier in this video, just hop on over to our website. Again, that's testprepinsight.com, or you can check out the other videos we have on our YouTube channel. We've got a bunch of great video content out there. But as always, thanks for watching, best of luck, and I'll see you in the next one.